What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Okay, so I started this, but I had to like recalibrate. So I only pulled out two cards so far, and I don't know how y'all feel about that. I don't know if y'all have to see me pull the cards or what. So let me know down in the comment section below. But I only have two cards out so far. So the current energy that I have out is the fact that someone is guarding their happiness. They're guarding their happiness. Four coins and the Sun card. Happy days ahead. So they are expecting their happiness, expecting um, happy days ahead. So they may be like pretty reserved, holding back their emotions, holding back their money. I'm also getting that somebody is holding back their resources because I feel like they have plans for their money, or they're holding themselves back from being joyful. Those are like all of the things that are coming out to me so far. They could be reserving themselves because they're expecting happy days ahead. They can be holding themselves back from being happy. They can also be guarding their happiness. So take how it applies. This is just what I'm picking up so far. So let's see. Yes, they're expecting. So they're expecting something happy to come in. They're expecting happy days, or they're looking forward to happy days. Because I'm taking it as this is this person. They're sitting, they're meditating, they're reserved, they're by themselves, they guarded, they sitting on their business. They could be like resources, money, information. They're actually really like staying to themselves. So you could probably not see this person a lot in places. They're probably like just centered. That's what I'm getting. And so they're actually really in a good vibration because they're looking forward to happiness. Their mind is on being happy. They have happy days ahead. This is what they're visualizing. So this could be you or the external energy. But when I pull these cards, I'm reading the external energy. So for me, this could be me reading you all, or me reading someone in your external environment. Take how it applies. So, um, and then we have the Three of Wands: expectation, hustle, foresight. So this energy is like looking. This is how it looks to me. Like it's like looking at the sun. You see how that looks? Hold on, I'm trying to get it to where y'all can see it. So they're like looking towards the sun. So I'm looking at it like they're sitting somewhere off by themselves, thinking about happy days ahead, and this is what they're expecting. They're expecting happiness. Now this could be based upon like anything, but somebody is expecting to be happy. This is what their mind is focused upon. But now we want to see the why. What's the low vibration energy? Okay, so we got something to do with money yet again. So Two of Coins, budget, finances, planning. So somebody is planning something. They budgeting. They're thinking about their money. Like this is why they're holding on to their money. So they got plans for this money. So somebody is planning something. They're expecting something. I'm also getting the fact that they could be, mm, they're working on something. Or they can be like focusing on planning to give their money to something or someone that's going to make them happy. Hold on. Okay, so that's the truth. So they're being really strategic. So the first card out that we got from my deck is the Queen of Swords. Astute, strategic, no BS. She rules with clarity and an uncompromising truth. So I feel like somebody is moving very strategically. They're planning for something. They budgeting. But like we don't know what they're budgeting. Like what is this thing that's gonna make them happy? What are they budgeting for? What is this about? Okay, so we got Eight of Swords, worried, terrified, trapped. The only thing holding you back is yourself. So I mean, they happy, but they worried. What are they worried about? What are they planning? What are they planning? What are they worried about? Okay, so loss, regret, disappointment, shifting, severing bonds, releasing. So they're guarding their happiness and expecting and planning for something. What are they planning though? They're strategically planning something that's going to be terrifying, something that could possibly make them feel trapped, something that could possibly make them feel some sort of disappointment, something that they're going to have to release. But what is this? Because somebody, okay, so this could be somebody is happy. Somebody was trying to be strategic. But somebody outsmarted somebody. Somebody outsmarted somebody. And I feel like it wasn't what they was planning. They was, okay, this is what I'm getting. This person who is, let's just say they're not as smart as this person, but they knew how to work with what they had, because their behind the scenes is happiness, and they executed something like really good because they had been planning on it. Or this is also what I'm seeing. Because, I don't like this reading, but I don't want to cut it off. Because this is, this kind of got me like perplexed. No, this is the low, okay, this is what it is. This is the low vibrational energy. So what I'm getting is somebody plans didn't go according. They didn't go as according to plan. They was expecting for their budget to work out. But this King of Swords outsmarted them because she was so much smarter. And behind the scenes, this is why this person is looking for happy days ahead, because they had to lose something. They was disappointed. They lost. They had to release something that they was trapped in. And the only thing that was holding them back is themselves, because this is the four of coins, which is like holding back energy. So they was stuck, terrified, and trapped. This is what was keeping them back from experiencing happy days ahead. So they could have been stuck because of some sort of disappointment or regret or loss. And they had to release. What did they have to release? Because they was expecting something, but they had to release something. What did they have to release? Clarity, breakthrough, insight. A powerful conversation brings clarity and a new beginning. So I feel like somebody had a conversation with somebody and it didn't go as they expected it. Somebody was like way smarter than them. What's on the low vibration end on this side? Yes. I feel like they didn't say what they were supposed to say. They didn't say this is the low vibrational end. Six of Wands. Victory, success, recognition. Pop your shit. So somebody's plan did not go. They was planning something to be successful, but it didn't work out. They didn't move the right way because they was holding themselves back. And I feel like their mind was holding them back. Because there's a lot of sword energy out here. Like their mind was holding them back from being happy. Keeping them from taking the actions that they were supposed to take. Because they was in some sort of like mourning energy. Like I don't know what they was mourning. Hold on, this is what I'm finna do. This is probably just gonna be one of those readings that's longer, and I'm so a judgment was called about this plan. Judgment was called about this plan, and somebody had become enlightened and awakened to something, a secret that somebody had. Somebody's skeletons from the closet was waking up, honey. So I'm also getting like this person was holding back a secret. And they thought that they can get away with something from this person. But she was too smart. This person was smarter than this person. And they could see through the fact that they was holding some shit back. And I thought that holding this information back, holding themselves back, would have them in this energy of the sun, have them in happy day energy. But it wasn't, because it ultimately left them in this feeling of feeling trapped, because they was constantly holding themselves back from something that they did in the past, something that they had to walk away from. And this could be a situation like a relationship, because both of these cards got girls walking away from these guys. She cried, which her feelings was hurt, left out in the rain, and so they broke up with each other at the skating ring, and she was just like, girl, whatever. She just kept rolling on. So I feel like somebody broke up with somebody, or somebody outsmarted somebody, thought that they can hide something, thought that they can get away with something and sweet talk themselves out of a situation. And it didn't work out like that, honey. Because this Queen of Swords seen that shit, and she was like, girl, no. I can see through that bullshit, and you're not finna play with me. I feel like it took me a long time to get this information out of that, though. But I also feel like whatever this situation is, it took this person a long time to, like, call judgment on the situation. I also feel like they wasn't hearing any of the shit that person was trying to call themselves, trying to tell this person. What's this? The Empress. So I feel like she had to get creative in this breaking up process. Somebody broke up with somebody, child. Somebody was trying to keep some secrets, and their secrets was like unable to be hidden. I also feel like somebody was listening in on somebody's conversations, listening in on their plans, watching how they was spending their money, watching what they do with money, and like just sitting back and watching, like, watching was their words gonna match up with their actions. I'm also getting that somebody was trying to figure out, was they going to stand on business? Like, was they the master of their own mind? Now I might have to watch this back, because I don't even really know, like, if this really making sense, because there isn't really a storyline here. Like, I'm not actually really getting a storyline. Hold on, let me turn this down. I'm not actually really getting a storyline here. Because I just feel like somebody was trying to hold themselves back from being happy. They was expecting that if they was holding themselves back and try to keep their composure, that working that plan would get them happiness. But it didn't. It just left them stuck and stagnant and terrified of what the next day would look like, or terrified about being in this relationship that ultimately you had to cut off. I feel like you was expecting this conversation. You was expecting this relationship to go somewhere. You had planned it. You put your money down. You planned your finances. You was budgeting your money, making sure you had money for your bills, the dates, and all this and that. You thought that this relationship was a win for you, but in actuality, it wasn't. It was draining your finances. I feel like there was more argument in this conversation, arguing in these conversations than anything, and it was ultimately, it just wasn't a lasting connection that would be befitting for you ultimately becoming a wife, a mother. Ultimately, this becoming a lasting connection. It ended up in you like more mentally draining than anything. But I'm also seeing that this could be somebody's thoughts. Their thoughts about a relationship is holding them back, keeping them terrified because they have experienced a relationship in the past that left them in regret, left them in disappointment, left them in loss, left them in like shifting the way that they seen themselves and how they were showing up in the world. I felt like it was keeping them from being able to have happy days, but this is ultimately what they really wanted. They just was always trying to figure out, how can I look towards being more happy instead of being happy now. They was always in this energy of expecting happiness to be something outside of the now moment. They was waiting for it to get better, but instead of waiting for it to be better, they wasn't just like speaking of it being better in the now, if that makes sense. And so they was planning for success, but they wasn't in the energy of success. They didn't rise above uh that feeling of being worried and terrified and entrapped, and they didn't rise above um I'm also getting taking the path of least resistance. But I also feel like they just kept reliving uh this energy of failure. I don't even think that they felt like they was deserving of being happy. Whoever this is. They didn't feel that they deserved to be happy. I don't even think that they could actually even really see past it. But ultimately, they do deserve to be happy. They do deserve to be this empress. But they are holding themselves back based upon like this freaking betrayal. Something that ended a while ago. So yeah, That's what I'm getting for this energy. Somebody want to be happy. They feel like they can be uh, this empress, but they're not allowing themselves to be this empress because they're in this energy that something in the past happened and they still like harping over this heartbreak. They're still like worried about something that happened like I'm getting like this had to happen like years ago and they're still in their energy, holding themselves back. So yeah, that's what I get for y'all in this reading. Let me know if the reading resonate and I will see y'all in the next one.